Crackheads. Welcome back to another episode of the Kraken Cans Podcast. The podcast where we crack open a cold one and dive into the weird, the haunted, and the straight up cursed. I'm one half of your crack duo here, BK Corey, sitting over here, Cool Mike in his sunglasses.
That's right. Mike with a C, Corey with an
a
E.
C and an E.
Two E's?
I don't know.
Is it Corey?
Or it depends.
Corey.
It depends. Kind of what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here. We're back. Another episode. This is the last episode of 2025.
Yeah, dude. Would isn't it?
We're going to end on a freaking high note, I hope.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. I hope this doesn't suck. Literally, that would hurt my feelings.
Hey, and it's only up from there for the next year.
It is. For the next beer?
Year.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, before we get too much into this episode, y'all stop and take a second. Make sure to get on whatever you're listening to us on. Hit us with that 5-star review. And, Corey, if they do a 5-star review, what do they have to do?
Just take a screenshot of that review, send it over to Kraken Cans Cast at gmail.com, or if you're feeling frisky, you can send us a message on Instagram or TikTok, whichever platforms allow you to send a message. Send that bad boy over to us, and our boy Crack Daddy Mike over here will slap them stickers in the mail within 3 business days.
And a note.
And a note.
Last time it was a little more than 3 business days, but it was cold.
Well, there was some snow mixed in.
I didn't want to walk down to the post office box. It was cold.
3 business days pending the weather.
Yes, and it's supposed to snow tonight.
Yeah, only like 1 or 2 inches.
That's what they always say.
Yeah, but hey, if that snow is a grower, you know what I'm saying?
We could be dealing with 8 to 9.
That's what I'm saying. So
typically.
And some ice.
Yeah. Black ice. Yikes. But yeah, also, coming up in January, I'm going to say it correctly. I'm not. I'm going to try and say it. January isn't just January on the cast. It is Paranuanuary.
Paranuary. Paranuary.
What?
Paranuary.
Paranuanuary.
You.
I can't do it. There's a mental block. It's like ambulance. It's the same thing. Spaghettis. You know what I mean?
You just got to get over there and just get the lips going before you say it.
Paranuaries. I don't know, dude.
It's our paranormal January.
Paranormal January. Yes. We have some cool stuff planned for January. We have possibly 2 guests coming on in January. One telling paranormal tales. Another former guest we've had on the show coming back on to tell us a little bit. I don't know how to say too much without saying too much.
Yeah. Just buckle up.
Buckle up. It's going to be awesome. We got some paranormal stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then February is going to be, I thought of this one all on my own. Urbanwary.
Urbanwary?
Yeah. All urban legend. I don't know. I made that all up. We're not doing that. That's stupid. I'm doing a cryptid, and it's going to be goofy as hell because they're one of my favorites. But yeah.
February is all about love.
Yeah.
Not on this cast.
No. Freaking, I ain't loving Corey.
Yeah.
Anyways. So this was, before I get into the beer, this topic, I actually picked the beer and found a topic to match this beer because I wanted to bring this beer on.
A little reverse.
This fucking can is sick.
A little reverse-ski.
Reverse-ski. It's sick. It is a sick, awesome can. So with that, let's get into the beer section.
Let's go.
All right, so we're heading back to Ever Grain Brewing, located in Camp Hill.
Still working on that sponsorship.
We just need them to return a couple emails. That's all. A couple emails.
Keep emailing them.
Go ahead. Yeah, I know
until
you
we get like a restraining order.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
We'll still email them then.
Yeah, I'll drop letters off on the doorstep.
I ain't scared.
No, I ain't scared.
I'll
bring them right in and put them on the bar.
So anyways,
yeah.
So we're at Evergreen, and the beer for today is called Shredhead. It's a hazy IPA. It was born on a cold day and brewed with our friends from Gilson. The petite New England IPA was made from snowy adventures and long days outdoors. It's the kind of beer you crack after the first run, the second fire, or the third one more lap. Light on APV, but heavy on flavor. It sneaks up with waves of hop oil, which that's the hoppiness, is that hop oil. That makes sense.
Yep.
You're talking about this is a hoppy beer. Just one more pour and a good reason to stay out a little bit longer. And this can's awesome. Obviously, I think by the description you can tell it has to do with it's snowboarding we're talking about here. Snowboarding. But the thing is, the guy on the snowboard, he looks normal till you get to right about his neck region. And then instead of having a head on top of his head, he just has an eyeball. It's just one giant eyeball. Hat on the eyeball because he doesn't want those eyeball ears to get cold.
I got confused there for a second because when you said like right when you get to like his neck region or whatever you said, like I was starting from the top down.
Oh, so yeah.
And I was
really
like,
throw you off.
I'm like, wait, so his head's normal?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait. I'm looking at
No.
Yeah.
Normal body.
Yeah.
Eyeball head with a hat. And I saw this can at the distributor, and I just immediately knew I wanted to do a topic on this one. So, as you saw today, our topic is the legend of the Cyclops. So, in mythology, Cyclops were defined by their single eye, symbols of raw power, isolation, and a very specific way of seeing the world through their one eyeball. This eyeball guy on a snowboard feels like the modern version, fearless, slightly unhinged, and locked in on a slope ahead with no peripheral vision whatsoever. No distractions. Just a ride and maybe some wipeouts.
This bad boy here, this is a perfect beer for end of December, beginning of January when it's nice and cold in Pennsylvania, snowy. And this just gives me the nice feels of winter.
Also nice because it can be a good an all-day drinker because it only comes in at 4.2%.
Yeah, you could drink it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and your midnight snack.
Snacks. Yeah, you can pretty much drink this whenever the hell you want to.
But if you drank that many, you'd probably be broke because it'd probably add up pretty quick.
It would, but it'd be worth it.
Hell yeah.
You'd die broken, hungover, and
happy.
No regrets. So let's cheers.
Boop. That's some good shit.
It is. It's delicious. I think we've been hitting the evergreens hard in the past, I would say like 15, 20 episodes or so. And there's a reason why. They're awesome. They're delicious. I love them. Love this cast. And I'm ready to start my episode.
Let's talk about the beer a little bit for the people.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
How it tastes.
Go ahead.
Well, this is a 5.2er. 5.2er.
Piney.
It's piney.
No, it's not piney
It's
at all.
not piney.
Not even a little.
Piney.
Piney.
So for only being 5.2%, like I feel like my brain is telling me that it's more, but I think it's just the hoppiness of the beer that's telling my brain that it's a higher alcohol percentage, but it's not, which is we're getting a little just mixed signals in Corey's brain.
Let's see that.
Yeah. But no, this is freaking delicious. Very good hazy. I love my hazies.
Yeah. I felt like before we started doing the cast, like I was always kind of indifferent about hazies, but they've really grown on me in the past year. Mainly because it's so much, like 90% of the IPAs you find are hazies anymore.
Yeah.
But this is good. This is delicious.
I recommend it.
Recommend it. And I recommend that you hang around here for a second and let us get into the episode.
Let's go there.
So the sources for the episode today, GreekMythology.com, Britannica.com, Study.com, and along with just a bunch of YouTube videos. A bunch of. I'm going to say it.
13.
Buttload.
Ooh.
A buttload.
Hell yeah.
And so I think before we really get into the Cyclops and the Cyclops history, I feel like we need to tell the story. One of the oldest stories in the history of our world. Stories?
The oldest story in the history of stories.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You were just going to start stories.
Oh.
Stories.
No,
stories.
Let's hear it.
Stories.
Let's hear the story.
So I'm going to read this. I'm going to just kind of do a synopsis from Homer's Odyssey story. You have to read that in school?
Yeah, I probably SparkNotes it.
Dude, it fucking sucked. It sucked. I mean, it's a cool story. but it's written in such a way that it's hard to understand.
I actually thought about this the other day that I wanted to bring up in the cast, and this is like the perfect tie-in. You remember, well, I think when you were in school, I think she was a student teacher. I'll say her last. Miss Thomas? Babe.
Okay. All right. I don't remember.
That's, I mean, anyway, she took over as the English teacher like my, I think, junior year of high school. Miss, I forget her name. I don't remember her name. No, she got sick or something and was out.
Okay.
But anyway, my junior year, she took over as the English teacher, and partway through, it was probably in the beginning of the school year, she had this bonus assignment basically for us. She said she needed us to bring in the tabs for cans.
Yeah.
And she said every 10 you bring in is 1 bonus point. So I went to my pap, who's been collecting. He had like a bucket of them. Buckets of them. He's like, hey, how many do you need? I'm like, well, whatever you got. So
I need like 7 points, so give me like 70.
So
10 does not seem like that much for a whole point.
So
I think she messed up a little bit there.
I brought in 3,000.
Yeah.
And got 300 bonus points.
Yeah.
And I do shit for the rest of the year. And I even gave 150 of those bonus points to my buddy Herman. And he still failed. Dude. Yeah. So she didn't set no limit, nothing. I freaking
that's a new teacher mistake right
300 bonus points, baby.
Dude, 10 of those? That is not a lot.
No.
Go buy a 12-pack and I can get a bonus point?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 3,000 those boys.
Remember we had to collect those tabs in elementary school, and whoever's class collected the most, they got to water balloon the principal.
Yeah.
We had like the perfect, I guess, storm of there's like 2 kids in our class where their dads were kind of alcoholics and stuff, and they hung out at the bar a lot. So I just remember the one day this girl just came in with like fucking buckets of them. I mean, like buckets of soda tabs. We had so many more soda tabs than everybody else that they stopped counting ours and just started counting everybody else's to like see who could finish second. I mean, buckets of soda tabs from the bars.
Yeah.
We got to water balloon the principal.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Nice.
And there were those good water balloons that like don't break, so he'd get like smacked in the face, and it would just like you're basically slapping him. Yeah, it's awesome. But anywho, back to Homer. So we had to read the story in school. I couldn't get into it, but reading it again now, the story is freaking cool. The story with the Cyclops, at least. So imagine this: you're sailing across the sea, the sun dipping below the horizon, when your ship drifts too close to an uncharted island. The air smells of salt and smoke, and the waves slap violently against the rocks. Odysseus, driven by curiosity and a little bit of pride, he chose to explore. And he took 12 men, crossed onto the shores, and carried strong wine given to him by a priest of Apollo. They soon found a massive cave stocked with cheese, milk, and lambs, clearly the dwelling of somebody, and it was somebody very large. The large man. And one of the things is when they're coming up onto this, they're like starving. They haven't eaten. And they can see sheep up on top of the cliffs.
So this Cyclops was just eating full sheep and lambs?
I think so.
Just whole?
But he had ones that he loved though. Now he kind of like he loved his sheep. It was different. I mean, not the way you're thinking of loving sheep.
Yeah.
No. He didn't have rubber boots on, so they can't get away. That's the trick. Sheep. Shove them in the rubber boots, they can't get away. Yeah. All right. The men begged Odysseus to take what they could and flee. They wanted to get in this cave and get out. They don't want to meet this creature that literally had giant cheese and stuff like that stocked in here. But Odysseus, he thought they'd be okay. The hope was shattered when a Cyclops entered the cave. The name of the Cyclops? The name was Polyphemus, son of Poseidon, and he was enormous, with a single eye in the center of his forehead. Rolling a boulder the size of a hill across the cave entrance, he trapped the men inside. When the Cyclops learned that they were strangers, he laughed at their talk of gods and laws, and then without hesitation, he seized 2 men, smashed them against the rocks, and ate them whole. Because you see, Odysseus came into this cave with the thought, because in Roman culture and Greek culture at this time, the thought was if you brought gifts to somebody, they invited you into their home, they would give you food and send you on your way. that was just the culture back then. That's why the Cyclops laughed so hard when they talked about the laws of the Greeks and all that, you know. So each day the horror continued. 2 men were devoured at dawn, and then 2 more at dusk. Odysseus knew strength would not save them, but he did know he could be a little more cunning. That night he offered the Cyclops a powerful wine. Remember I said they were carrying the wine in there.
Oh, yeah.
The Cyclops drank deeply, never having tasted anything like it, and he soon fell into a drunken stupor. When he asked Odysseus his name, Odysseus replied, "My name is Nobody." As the giant slept, Odysseus and his men drove a sharpened stake of olive wood into his single eye. He screamed in agony, and the other Cyclops came running, because there are multiple. When they asked who was hurting him, he cried out, "Nobody is killing me!" Thinking that he went mad, and he was cursed by the gods, they left him alone. Blinded but not defeated, he blocked the cave entrance the next morning, feeling each sheep as it passed to prevent the men from escaping. But Odysseus tied his men beneath the bellies of the animal, and one by one they slipped out unnoticed, clinging to the wool of the sheep. At last Odysseus himself escaped, riding beneath the Cyclops' favorite ram. From the safety of the ship, Odysseus could not resist boasting. He shouted his true name to the giant. In fury, the Cyclops tore chunks of rock from the cliff and hurled them toward the ship. Then he prayed to his father Poseidon to curse Odysseus, to ensure his journey home would be long, painful, and lonely. And Poseidon heard. And so while Odysseus escaped the Cyclops' cave, his pride ensured that the sea god's wrath would follow him for years and years to come. And you see, this story isn't just about a monster. It's about when humans step into the unknown and they face something overwhelming and they survive, but only with their wits. And maybe, just maybe, it's a warning from the past that the world is bigger, stranger, and more dangerous than we think. Let's get a folklore score on this. No, I'm just kidding. We're not there yet. Had you thinking there for a second, didn't I?
Kind of feel bad for the Cyclops, though.
A little, but I mean, he was just eating these men whole.
They kind of deserved it, though.
He could have just said, "Why don't you just all leave?"
Yeah.
But instead, he's like, snack time.
It was more like stranger danger.
I mean, I don't eat strangers.
I'd shoot them. I wouldn't eat them. But if somebody came in your house, you'd shoot them.
If you were a Big Show, would you, though? You probably wouldn't. If you're like Shaq, it's like, I could kill you, so I don't really need to.
What, if Shaq came into my house?
Or
are you saying if
you came into Shaq's house, he wouldn't shoot you because you know he could just crush your skull with his
finger.
hands. Yeah, so he's just not that worried. It's like,
Yeah.
you probably should leave.
Yeah.
That was kind of the whole story, and I think that's where the world as a whole was introduced to the Cyclops. And there's also different Cyclops stories throughout history. So most people think of them, they immediately picture ancient Greece. But the idea of the giant one-eyed beings didn't start or end there. Versions of the creature appeared in myths and folklore across multiple cultures, often separated by thousands and thousands of miles and centuries of time. In ancient Mesopotamian myths, there was references to enormous semi-divine beings that predate humanity, sometimes described with distorted or exaggerated features. While not always explicitly one-eyed, these figures share similarities with Cyclops: massive size, brute strength, and the lack of concern for human life. There's a good chance by the end of this episode I'm going to say cyclones instead of Cyclops.
Or cyborg.
Cyborg is in my... Cyclones is in my head for some reason.
I keep thinking cyborg.
I think when I read it, because it's CYC, so that's why it's cyclones, comes right to my brain.
I keep thinking of X-Men, too.
Well, that's weak.
Big X-Men fan over here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yep. In Norse mythology, giants, especially frost giants, were frequently depicted as misshapen or had physical abnormalities.
You were good the first time, I think.
Okay.
And then you weren't confident.
Dude, that word throws me off. I can't say that one.
Abnormalities?
I don't think you hit it right, did you?
I don't know, dude.
I don't think you did.
Abnormalities.
Abnormalities. Odin himself famously sacrificed one eye for knowledge, reinforcing the idea at the time that the loss or presence of a single eye carries symbolic weight tied to the power and perception of danger. So that's really they're kind of saying, I guess, a lot of your wits and things like that are because you have two eyes. That's why the Cyclops are dumb. Like one eye, big goofy giants, Claudes, as you have it. Moving beyond Europe, there's actually several Native American legends who describe stone giants or forest giants with abnormal facial features. Some stories mention these beings with only one eye or a single glowing point of vision, often associated with isolation, caves, and mountainous regions. And even in biblical texts, the Nephilim, giants said to be the offspring of fallen angels and humans, are described as towering, fearsome beings who existed before the Great Flood. While not described as one-eyed, they contribute to the long-standing idea that giants once walked the earth alongside humans. What's important here isn't that every culture describes a literal Cyclops, but that humans across the world independently created stories of giants with abnormal or singular vision, which raises an interesting question. Were these stories purely symbolic, or were they inspired by real encounters, physical abnormalities, or ancient discoveries that people struggle to explain? So what's your thought on that? Because it just seems like every region has something super similar to a Cyclops in the history of it.
I mean, I think the same could be said with other cryptids and stuff over time. You get other versions or like urban legends and stuff. Even before like the internet and stuff and like information could travel, at a fast pace, you still get similar stories and tales across the globe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
almost like campfire stories passed like by travelers along the way, do you think? Or
yeah, it could be. Or everybody just created, their own ghost story, own tales, and they just had a lot of similarities. I don't know.
it is just it's interesting seeing the similarities through cultures, though.
Yeah.
That a lot of them see these one-eyed beings, and they're always giants.
Yeah. It
So
is. Like, what's the fascination?
that I don't know.
The
Bit my tongue.
The flip.
My tongue. The Cyclops may
Move
not
that fucking thing to the side, dude.
a tongue.
Yeah.
I can. I know. Talk like this. The Cyclops may not belong to just one culture. Instead, it may represent a shared human attempt to understand something massive, threatening, and fundamentally other. Did you know they sell rabbits at the grocery store?
Alive?
No.
Oh. Dead?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like skinned and everything.
Like the big G?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Saw them today.
Oh, yeah?
Next to the hams.
Hmm.
Sorry, that was really out of left field, but that just crossed my mind. I seen a rabbit today.
I just pictured a little cage with rabbits in it. With how you get the lobsters, like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
swimming
yeah,
around and stuff. I don't know if they still do that anymore, the lobsters. They
No.
used to back in the day when we were
Not
younger.
anymore.
I pictured that, but with the rabbits, you can pick out which one you
It'd
want.
be a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go beat it with a hammer for me quick.
Yeah.
Skin that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I want it warm.
Yeah.
So there are many faces to the Cyclops, and there's a bunch of different folklore and ideas where this thing came from. This one's really cool. Long before sailors feared the Cyclops as monsters, the island of fire was already alive. Mount Etna breathed smoke and thunder. The people believed the mountain was not angry, but it was working. Deep beneath the black stone, where the earth grows red, the Cyclops labored. They believed these laborers were direct laborers for Zeus. They were born of fire and rock, their skin hardened by cooled lava. Each had a single blazing eye. Not a flaw, but a furnace. When it opened, the caverns filled with light. They needed only one eye, for they saw truth, not detail. With hammers the size of trees, they struck molten anvils. Each blow shook the mountain. Sparks rose into the sky and became lightning. When Etna roared, it was the sound of iron meeting iron. The gods relied on them. The Cyclops forged Zeus's thunderbolts, quenched Poseidon's trident, and and shaped weapons no mortal could wield. I was thinking I would have went with like.
I didn't know which one I already did, so I was.
I feel like you hit the same one 3 times.
Yeah.
But fire makes things hard.
And hot.
Ooh. The Cyclops followed no laws, built no CDs.
No CDs. They didn't build any CDs.
No CDs, no cities, and cared little for gods or men. Over time, memory faded. Men forgot the smiths and remembered only the smoke, the violence, and the roar. The forge became a cave. The blazing eyes became a monster's gaze. So when sailors later saw smoke rising from the cliffs, they told new stories of giants, of one-eyed brutes, of creatures who feared no gods. But when the mountain erupted, the old storytellers say, it was not rage. It was the cyclones still forging. Cyclones, there it goes. I did it.
He did it.
It was the Cyclops still forging, their single eyes glowing in the dark. That's kind of like, that's old folklore that they were just working men that worked kind of hand in hand with Zeus at the time.
The Cyclops.
The Cyclops, yeah. They forged his lightning bolts and Poseidon's tridents.
Yeah.
It makes sense why with this folklore would be tied into Homer's folklore, because where Homer said that the Cyclops was the son of Poseidon.
I can't stop thinking about this one thing I saw earlier. It relates with this to a degree.
Swing and a miss.
I saw earlier on Facebook, there's this guy that's like making these like, he's making these big like
You better have 2 eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's making these like Squidward statues and like putting them in the ocean. Like I forget where he's putting them, but he's basically like having them get like buried so that way like in the future people will like uncover these and like it'll just confuse the shit out of them.
That makes sense.
It's these big like Squidward, and he's like throwing like a discus or something.
Yeah.
And it's like we're like
okay.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, it just reminded me of like just I don't know, finding like old like and like some of the comments were like what happened or what if people in the past were doing that to us?
Could have been.
Just all these different statues and stuff that we see as like oh my god, like
yeah.
And it's just like they're like just effing with us.
Yeah. It would be funny. Yeah. Because there had to be dickheads back then, just like there's dickheads now.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, somebody was like a lot of like I don't know, some of like the famous like statues and stuff that have been uncovered over time. Somebody was basically saying like these are probably like their amusement park or something. Just You know what I mean? And like we're just like holy shit,
it's their Mickey
like,
Mouse.
Yeah.
So the second kind of theory or whatever you want to call it, this is based around fear and trauma. In the ancient world, not every birth ended with a cry. Sometimes there was silence. In small villages, far from temples and cities, a child was born wrong, or so the midwives would whisper. When 2 eyes should have been there, there's only one, or sometimes just a single dark hollow beneath the brow. The woman crossed themselves, muttered prayers, and turned the child away from the light. The elders said that it was an omen. The body was small, fragile, and never lived long, but the image stayed, and people remembered the face more than the truth of the moment. Fear does that. It sharpens certain details and erases others. Years later, a shepherd spoke of a lamb born with 1 eye. Someone else remembered a calf malformed. The story spread, traded by fire and markets, glowing heavier with each tale. 1 eye became a sign, not a sickness. The quiet tragedies of the villages were no longer remembered as births, but as encounters. A deformed child became a child of giants. A rare condition became a race. They live in caves. They're huge. They fear no gods. And by the time poets sang the tales and truths were gone, the Cyclops was no longer fragile infants or broken animals, but towering beings, strong, savage, dangerous.
How big were these son of a bitches?
Oh, they're big.
We have like a footage? The feetage?
18
meters, feet.
So this kind of dives into the fact that taking trauma in people's lives and in these villages, stuff they can't explain, and just over time these stories growing and morphing into something else. Goes from being a baby to just being big and scary, more or less. the one eye is the one thing that carries over. I feel like fear has a way of playing its own tricks on us.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it with a lot of the paranormal shows and stuff like that. Like when the fear hits, whether there's something there or not, there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that's where they get. And then there's a lot of theories go with the sun and the Cyclops. Before there were monsters, there was the sky. The Cyclops watched the world with a single burning eye that rose each morning and vanished each night. Did not blink, it did not sleep. It saw everything. When the eye was high, the land burned, crops withered. But when the eye fell, night returned, and wisdom of the world, fires dimmed, voices softened. The Cyclops was never a creature of flesh. It was a power without thought, heat without foresight, a god of force that could see but could not be understood. Then came the tricksters. He did not challenge the eye with strength. He waited. He spoke softly. He let the light blind itself. Darkness fell, not as a punishment, but of a balance. The world learned something then, that vision is not the same as wisdom. So this is basically equating like the way people and ancient
I heard like a thump.
it was like, maybe that's what it was. It was like the idea that everybody worshiped the sun. So comparing the sun to the Cyclops eye.
Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Not the sun god. No.
No, that's who I
Pass interference.
idolize.
Yeah. Interesting.
Sorry.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. Fuck him.
Which, Corey, I mean, these theories are pretty far-fetched in a way, but it's really the best theories that we have of how these legends grew. I don't think I did the best job describing the theories, but I've gotten to the last theory, which is the most absolute plausible theory of where Cyclops came from.
It's probably just going to be something dumb.
No, it's actually pretty awesome.
Okay, I thought it was just going to be something like
No, it's pretty awesome.
Shakespeare wrote about it.
Before we go that, we're going to go to a beer break, though.
Let's go to a beer break there. Let's go there. Fuck. Let's just go to the beer break.
All right, we're back. So what do you think? What do you think in the course of history, and I'll give you a hint, it has to do with a fossil that they found.
Dinosaur.
What about a dinosaur, though? Just because it's
I'm
big?
saying a dinosaur fossil.
What about it, though?
That
was my what part of a fossil made people like believe?
Probably like the fucking eye. That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
They found a fossil that had one big gaping like eye hole.
Kinda.
Is what I'm thinking.
Kinda.
I'm not saying it's dinosaur.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So one of the most intriguing explanations for the origin of a Cyclops myth comes from archaeology. Ancient people often stumbled across large, fossilized skulls of dwarf elephants, creatures that roamed the Mediterranean thousands of years ago. At first glance, these skulls are startling. What's the most striking feature? The large central cavity in the middle of the forehead. To someone unfamiliar with elephant anatomy, that cavity could easily be mistaken for a single eye socket, given the appearance of the massive one-eyed giant. Add to this the jawbone, broad and heavy, teeth large. It's easy to see how early observers could think that they discovered a giant monster. Over time, these stories made their way into Greek literature.
You said it was a dwarf elephant, though?
It's a dwarf elephant. It's a type of elephant.
So I'm thinking a small elephant, though.
Well, it is a smaller elephant in comparison to elephants.
But I wouldn't think it would be like a big monster.
You would if the skull's 3 or 4 times the size of yours with a big hole in the middle of it.
Yeah, I guess.
But the hole, well, that was just where the trunk came out. That's why there's the big hole in the elephant.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. But all the skulls fit neatly into explanation. Some found in remote areas show unusual proportions that didn't match the elephant anatomy, leaving room for speculation. But really, more than likely, it is just elephant skulls over the course of time with the big hole in the middle where the trunk is that got people thinking that these creatures were real.
So I was thinking when you were going over this, and it has nothing really... I mean, it relates with it. So you said about a dwarf elephant having this one eye. For whatever reason, because my mind... my brain's weird. When I was thinking of this one eye for the elephant, I was thinking that they had
its penis.
No, I was thinking they had a second eye like somewhere else.
Okay.
And I was thinking like maybe on the end of their trunk they had their second eye.
That would make sense.
So like,
I mean, it would, but like
it wouldn't. But I'm
like
thinking
the monster from All Real Monsters, where he just carries his eyeballs around.
Yeah, I'm
guy?
thinking like, well, maybe he had a second eye. Maybe he was just somewhere else.
It could be. It totally could be.
And then evolution happened.
Yeah. But now it's just the whole the eye
trunk.
like are much smaller in the skull. But when you first look at it, you just see the huge, enormous spot where the trunk goes, and that's where your gaze.
Yeah. And back in the day, I mean, I could see how that would be mistaken for
Oh yeah, for
a
sure.
monster.
Yeah, for sure.
They didn't have the technology we got today.
Yeah, I don't know fossils and stuff though, so. So we get into some of the modern sightings. When people hear Cyclops, they usually assume the story ends in ancient times. But reports of one-eyed or single-eyed humanoids continue well into modern era. They're rare, inconsistent, and often dismissed, which is exactly why they're interesting. A recurring detail in these sightings is a single reflective point of light, often described as... What's going on over there?
Dude,
Dude? You got like everything shaking.
I know, I'm trying to get comfy.
Damn. A recurring detail.
Try not to be distracting.
We get the whole thing, like the computer's shaking as I'm trying to read
I'm
it.
like trying so like
Yeah, you're not
subtly
doing good. The sightings is a single reflective point of light. Hunters, hikers, and rural residents have occasionally described a large upright figure, particularly obscured by darkness, with one visible eye reflecting light. In many cases, it doesn't charge or say anything. It simply watches.
Where's this at?
This is just all. There's like no general area. It's just like
all
all
over.
over the world, more or less. Yeah,
All right.
and like mountains across the world.
Mount Mama, baby. I'm thinking West Virginia just because
California.
he has my second.
Some sightings occur near caves, cliffs, or mountainous regions, environments traditionally associated with the Cyclops legend. These areas also happen to be places where visibility is limited, sound behaves strangely, and depth perception can be distorted. All factors that can influence perception, but also places where something could remain hidden. There are also reports connected to the military training zones and restricted areas where witnesses claim to see large humanoid silhouettes. Whether these are experimental gear, misidentified equipment, or something else entirely remains unclear. Skeptics argue that many of these sightings can be explained by bears standing upright, misaligned binocular reflections, or environmental light tricks. However, what keeps these reports alive is consistency. The same core details repeat over and over. The unsettling question isn't whether every sighting is real, it's whether any of them are. Maybe the Cyclops didn't vanish. Maybe it adapted. Maybe instead of caves and sheepfolds, it learned to live in the spaces humans rarely go, watching quietly, with a single eye reflecting back of its own curiosity. When I hear stuff like this gives me like Bigfoot vibes, Yeti vibes, that it just learned to adapt to just stay away from humans because it just wanted to be left alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking, too, what if the Cyclops was an alien?
That could be.
Just an alien species with one eye.
Like E.T. Just wants to phone that bitch home.
Yeah. With one eye, though.
Yeah.
E.T.'s got two.
E. Just extra. No terrestrial. Just E.
Yeah.
Just one eye.
Just E.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it could be. Could be an alien species. You know, like the ones that built the pyramids.
Could be.
Yeah.
Corey, across thousands of years, the Cyclops has followed us. First as bones in the dirt, massive skulls mistaken for monsters. Then as myths, giants lurking in caves, watching with a single eye. And now as whispers, modern sightings of something tall, silent, and observing from the dark. Whether the Cyclops was born from fossils, fear, or forgotten creatures, one thing remains consistent. Humans have always believed we were being watched by something bigger than ourselves. Maybe the Cyclops never existed as a single creature. Maybe it's a collection of encounters, misinterpretations, and shared human dread, stitched together across time. Or maybe we were right the first time. Maybe somewhere beyond the tree line, past the caves and cliffs we don't visit, something with one unblinking eye is still watching. Not hunting, not hiding, just waiting to be seen. And Corey, it's a little bit early. Knew this episode was going to be shorter. So do you have any thoughts?
Jack and the Beanstalk. I get some pretty big Jack and the Beanstalk vibes from the Cyclops. I don't know what it is.
Probably because he's a giant.
That might be it.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, yeah.
I think the Cyclops.
I feel like the giant ate sheep and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying.
too.
I think, like there's the Cyclops.
Fee, fa, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a little one.
Of an English, isn't it like Englishman
I don't
or something?
fucking
I mean, there's
know.
different
Yeah.
versions depending on which one you read.
I got my kid's book. Do you have any of the Nibbles books?
Nibble. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the one where fee, fa, fo, bum, something bit me booty and it's getting away with my goose? That's what I always think. Right there.
I don't know if we have that
Nibbles
one.
bites him right on
I
the
do
ass.
like those books, though. Those books are
Yeah.
good. I like Nibbles.
Yeah. He's all right. I've read him so many over the past 5 years that I'm just kind of Nibbles out.
Yeah.
Nibbles loves the Nibble soap and Nibbles nibble socks. Nibbles chomps on rubber duck and Nibbles munches clocks. Nibble loves the nibble toes and Nibbles nibbles hooks, but Nibbles' favorite thing of all to nibble on his books.
We got a little Nibbles stuffy, too.
Cool, he can keep it. Fuck that dude.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that one. We're trying to
Yeah.
get rid of some of those stuffies.
Yeah. You can bring him down here. Bring
Yes.
him down here to the cast. You can hang
I'll
out.
staple them to the
Yeah.
backdrop. Fucker.
So, something a little different today. We can do the folklore score now.
Let's do it.
Then I have a game after for the folklore
Ooh, I
score.
like some
End of the
games.
year game.
End of the year game.
Yes.
You have a name for the game?
Yep.
Good.
Corey Stupid.
Okay.
That's the name of the game.
Hey, that sounds fun to me.
Because we're testing his knowledge.
On the cast?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's folklore score it first, though.
All right, let's go. Oh, we're back with that folklore score, baby.
You don't know what the folklore score is?
Where the hell you been?
Where you been? Go back like 73 episodes and figure it out. We'll still explain it to you, though. There's 5 categories. You got spookiness, historical, cultural significance, believability, uniqueness, threat level. We give all those categories a scale of 1 to 10. We take our 5. I add them up. Corey takes his 5. Stop. I'm not there yet.
I know. I was just gearing up for it.
Corey takes his.
I'm.
Corey takes his 5, and he adds them up. Then we fuse them together.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. And what do we do, Corey?
We take that fuse apart and we smush them together.
We smush them together
baby.
the way it's supposed to be.
Cheek to cheek.
And you try and get on the folklore scoreboard, which I didn't even need to go in too much detail because Corey's got a 14 and I got a 19. So
Yep.
that's it. So yeah, they're not. Cyclops ain't going up there. Cyclops was a weird topic.
What that? Turdy tree?
Turdy tree. That's our first 30 on the cast, though. So that's some kind of history being made. Barely believable. This guy struggled to maintain credibility and present minimal threat level. I feel like that's pretty realistic with this guy here. So we'll go down our categories real fast because we want to get to the game.
Yeah, let's get to the game. Fuck it. Spookiness, what you got?
3.
2. Historical cultural significance.
7.
5. Believability.
2.
1. Uniqueness.
5.
2.
How's that not unique?
There's other giants and stuff out there.
He got one eye.
Yeah, so I gave it a 2 and not a 1.
Name something that well, you should have gave him a 1 then because he only got one eye.
Mike Wazowski.
Shoot. All right, yeah, you're right.
Threat level.
2.
I gave it a 4 because if I ran into
8 guys.
8 guys, and if I ran into a Cyclops,
He probably wouldn't know what to do with you since you wear glasses now, you 4-eyed freak.
he'd
You
be like,
grab
"Oh
your
shit,
shit,
4
like, what the
eyes!
hell?
Oh god,
You were my master!"
Yeah. 3 more eyes than me."
So, all right.
Game
Time. Okay. So I'm playing a game, Corey. It's called Cryptid, Creep, or Crap.
I gotta write this down.
So how it works, I'm going to read a short paranormal description, and you have to tell me whether this is a cryptid, whether this is a creepypasta or made-up story, or whether this is just total horseshit.
So cryptid, creep, or horseshit.
Yeah. Cryptid, creep, or crap.
Oh,
All C's.
cryptid.
And everybody, you guys can play at home, okay? I encourage you guys to play. So are you ready for round 1? This is the warm-up, okay? Ready?
Oh, I'm ready, baby.
A pale woman in rural Appalachian said to appear on foggy roads. If you hear her whistle, she's far away. If you hear her silence, she's right behind you.
Cryptid.
That is incorrect. This is a creepypasta. This is the Whistling Widow on creepypasta. It sounded a lot like the Whistler,
It did.
but the Whistler's in Mexico or South America, right?
Yeah.
All right. You did that episode.
I know.
Gene in the Appalachian. And
Yeah,
it's a
but
he.
it sounded like
Son of
something
a
that
bitch.
it sounded like something that could fit in that area though.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. All right. Come on, give me the next one. That's bullshit.
So bad. A small pale creature with a massive head and glowing orange eyes reported in Massachusetts. Multiple teen witnesses describe it clinging to stone walls.
Crap.
Folks, this is the Dover Demon.
Shit.
This is a cryptid.
We haven't done that one yet.
We haven't, not yet. 0 for 2.
I know, dude. I'm not
Yikes.
happy.
Yikes.
That's failing.
Drivers report a tall shape in an abandoned railroad tunnel in Ohio. Cars stall, radios cut out, and muddy footprints appear on the hood afterwards.
Crap. We haven't done crap yet.
You just did a crap.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh.
crap hasn't won.
This is the Blackwell Tunnel thing. This is crap.
That's a it's
This
a
is
crap.
crap.
Yeah, baby. Whoa. I thought you were going to say it's a cryptid. Yeah. We're 1 for 3.
All right, you ready for round 2?
1 right, 2 wrong.
It's going to get harder now.
All right.
Okay. A tall figure with an unnatural grin seen walking awkwardly late at night. Witnesses report intense fear and missing time.
Oh, that's creep.
That is a creepypasta, is correct. That's the
Hey!
Smiling Man.
We're at 50%, baby.
A winged humanoid with red eyes reported near an old church in England during the 1970s.
Ah, that's easy. You got more to say?
That's it.
Oh, cryptid.
That's a cryptid.
Hell yeah.
That's the Owlman of Cornwall.
Cornwall. Do it.
Fucking cornball. A 10-foot tall figure with a spade-shaped hood and glowing eyes encountered in West Virginia.
I'm just trying to see what cryptid.
It's the Flatwoods Monster. Yeah.
I know, but I was thinking.
Yeah.
See, here's what I thought. I thought you were trying to make it sound like the Flatwoods Monster.
Yeah.
And you were throwing in
Yeah.
a fakie.
I was throwing like I that's what I was going for actually. Like he's going to overthink this and think it's something else.
Yeah.
Children who appear on baby monitors late at night,
Ooh.
speaking in distorted static voices, asking to be let in.
Baby mom. That's creepypasta.
That's crap.
That's crap.
That's made up. 100% made up.
I mean, aren't crap and creepypasta the same thing?
Well, creepypastas, it you don't know if it's real or not. This is just
Oh.
stuff that like just totally off the cusp is
Okay.
made up.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'll
I mean,
fight
more or
that.
less,
I'll fight
yeah.
that later.
Yeah. You could fight it with your ass if you want.
I will.
Half man, half goat creature said to mimic human voices in the Maryland woods, often calling people by name.
That's cryptid.
That's a cryptid. That's the Goat Man, Maryland. And we got a cursed VHS tape said to cause hallucinations, paranoia, and violent urges.
You will die in 7 days. Crap.
That's actually a creepypasta based off internet legend peaking in the early 2000s.
The Ring.
The Ring.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said. You'll die in 7 days.
Wait, then why'd you say crap? It's creepypasta.
Because
It's internet lore.
I thought you twisted it and made it
Yeah,
crap.
yeah.
Get me confused over here.
I feel like that's the best way to do creepypasta is like creepypasta is like internet lore, you know?
Yeah.
Where the other ones are just totally just made up
Just made
for
up
me.
butthole.
So that's what I got, Corey.
So I got 5 right, 4
5
wrong.
right, 4 wrong. That's not bad.
No, I'll take
That's
it.
pretty good.
I got a 5 out of 9.
5 plus 4, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do one more to make it even?
Yes.
Okay. 10.
You're just
This'll
making
make
this
it
one up
even
yourself, crap.
You can't do that.
I know, right?
Because I
he's-
have one more
now
right
he's gonna
here.
Google one. He's gonna Google some cryptid. Now he's over there fucking hunting and pecking like he does best. He is making one up. He's pretending like he's looking it up right now. He's making this whole thing up. I know you.
Am I clever enough to make up a good one, though?
Oh, yeah.
The Southern Plantations has recipes of... I'm making it up. I can't do it. Recipes.
Dude, you got me at first. I was like, shit. He is
Shit, I was going to go to the Southern Plantation and recipes or slaves. I don't know. I should have thought a little more. Damn it.
You had me, though. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
I knew if I hit you with the Southern Plantation, it would throw you off.
I knew you weren't over there typing anything. No, I could tell you.
Oh, yeah,
your
for
fake
sure.
Little
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we got for today. Cyclops. Cyclops is kind of a dud, but lucky for you, you have two studs to cheer you up while you have to listen to them.
Yeah.
Can't beat that, right?
Old Jeff mode, baby.
Jeff mode. So, before we sign it off, thank you guys for a wonderful 2025. Appreciate you guys for listening. January is coming up in January. It's Paranormal January, if you couldn't tell by the way I said it. January.
Perennial. Dude, I can't even say it anymore. I had it down, and then you just say it so...
It's January. Right?
Paranuary.
Yeah. January.
Paranuary.
Drew Carey. Corey doesn't like Drew Carey.
I don't think he's funny.
Doesn't like him.
He's not funny.
I'm just saying, you don't like him. Do you like him?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why you arguing with me? Like, oh, I don't like him. I just don't think he's funny.
Just clarifying.
Yeah. And I think Wolverine sucks. It's just how we think.
Yeah, Harry Potter. It's okay.
He's awesome. Death Eaters. Fucking eat Wolverine alive.
No.
Then they'd let him regenerate so they could just eat him again. They could feed
No.
for life.
No.
Feed for life.
Break his little stupid stick.
Yeah. With his little fucking fake claws he had to have installed in his hands.
Still snap his little fucking twig.
Yeah, no, just
As
pick
a-
up another one and fucking light up the whole room. Wolverine won't even be able to see because he's too stupid. It'd be like a moth drawn to a flame. I must eat the light. That's Wolverine.
Nah, he's pretty smart.
Is he?
Yeah.
How?
They made a couple movies.
Hey, they made some Harry Potter movies too. You ever heard of them?
No. I watched the first one.
The Philosopher's Stone. All right. Thanks for that. Happy 2025. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Go ahead, Corey.
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram. I didn't know if you were going to hit the Instagram or not.
I was flipping
I
through the
know if we just
pages.
we weren't pushing that one anymore or what?
No, I mean that's probably been like our Instagram and Facebook have been our top dogs.
Yeah. So, Crack Daddy Mike, I am OUT out of here.
BK Corey.
What does BK stand for again?
It stands for the old butt crack.
That's what I'm talking about. Just embrace it.
I'm embracing it right now. Butt
BK, have it your way. Corey eats butt.
on to 2026.
This is gonna suck. This sucks. Corey's stupid.
Mike's the
Stupid.
dumbest.
Stupid.
Dumb.
Nope. 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 Nope.